Welcome to Vape Radio, your source for everything you wanted to know about the business of vaping. Whether you're a brick-and-mortar location, developer of e-liquids, online marketer, or anything else in the vape space, learn from the first and the largest educational providers in the country. I'm your host and founder of VapeMentors, Norm Bauer, and if you'd like to know more about what we do or to catch up on our archive of over 50 shows, visit VapeMentors.com. What you're about to hear is show number 53. We've crossed over that half-century mark, and we're heading on to the full century. Latest stats, about 400,000 downloads, 60,000 monthly downloads, and again, we thank you all so much for this. I want to let you know that as insurance is something that you don't like to think about until it's too late. Business is always risky, but protecting yourself from frivolous lawsuits can be costly. That's why we teamed up with Calco Insurance. Since 2009, they've been specializing in our business, the vape space, and 98% of their clients are people just like you. They offer a general liability policy, which includes coverage for manufacturers, importers, distributors, and retailers. Check this out. Did you know that you can be sued by your customers for illnesses that they claim that you caused? Calco can protect you from health hazard threats like cancer, heart disease, and pneumonia. I am not exaggerating. SFATA members use Calco, which is how we found them. If you're opening up a vape shop or paying too much for insurance, contact us here at Vape Radio. We'll introduce you to their team of pros. Visit VapeMentors.com/resource page, and we will introduce you. So, what are we talking about now? Well, again, I always try to bring people of significance into the industry, and I want to share with you the CEO of E-Cig Media, E-Cig Gallery. You are probably, if you're listening to this, you are probably getting their blogs because they have a very, very significant database. They're one of the top vape blog sites, and the gentleman you're about to hear is also a pro in online affiliate marketing. He's made lots of money in this space, and he's going to share with you how he did it. You know, there's a lot of you out there, you're looking for ways to tap into this $3.5 billion market, and, you know, you might not want to own a brick and mortar, and you might not want to do a line of e-liquids, so what's left? So what we're going to share with you is possibly another option, and Matt has been there and done it. He's generated over $4 million in the past 2 years. How did he do it? Listen up, and you're going to find out from the guy who knows how to do it. Take her away, Paul. On the phone, a gentleman by the name of Matt Longley. He is the founder of E-Cig Media. You might be familiar with that name because you might be getting their newsletters and the information that they send out to you. And I was introduced to E-Cig Media along with their partner company, E-Cig Advanced, several months ago. And come to find out that these guys are brilliant at what they do, which is online marketing, creating affiliate programs, and especially ad campaigns. So, Matt, welcome to Vape Radio Show.
Yeah, hi, Norm. It's good to be here, man.
Thank you, man. All right, so tell us a little bit about you and your background in the online commerce space, because that's really what I want to talk about today. We have a worldwide audience, and everyone's involved in vaping, either on the B2B or B2C. And a lot of people hear about these things called online marketing and affiliate marketing, but they don't actually know what it means and how to implement it in their business plan. So if you'd share a little bit about your background, Matt, that would be great.
Yeah, sure. Well, my wife and I started marketing in 2008 in the E-Cig world. And it was back when there was just like Blue Cigs and V2. And at the time, mine was the director of marketing for the Safe Cig. And so he got me into marketing. And my wife and I had always wanted to make money online, and, you know, we tried some different things, and we were making a few $100s a month. But we had $300, and we opened a site called E-Cig Advanced. So that was how it all started for us, and within 2 months, we were making over $10,000 a month. Then about... I don't know. And
Matt, if I can jump in, so what were you doing to generate that kind of revenue?
Well, we were a publisher, so we were just doing reviews on products. We were talking about the industry news and that sort of thing, and there really wasn't that many people doing it. There's probably 10 or 20 of us at the time, and e-cigs were growing like crazy, and a lot of people were looking for products and, you know, which ones are the best and all that. So after a year, you know, the site was generating up to, you know, $150,000 a month. It was unbelievable.
Wow. Wow.
Arena, and I'll explain affiliates in a little more detail in a minute. But basically all the publishers that were doing this were just making a ridiculous amount of money. And so for us, that's how we got started in the industry, was being a publisher, promoting products. We did a lot of SEO, you know, search engine optimization. So we ranked number one for all the key phrases, and that was our ticket as far as for a traffic source, was using the search engines to get all that. Those days have changed a lot, and the industry's changed a lot. But that's how we got started, and with that website, E-Cig Advanced, it's generated over $4 million in affiliate revenue over the past few years. And since then, we've started a bunch of other ventures in the E-Cig world, but our main project was E-Cig Media. And the key there was there's a lot of publishers that they're trying to manage their ads on their websites, and there's a lot of people that were trying to advertise on these publisher websites. It was just a bear, for a company to manage. Maybe they've got 20 different websites with ads that are different sizes, and they wanted to serve a certain number of impressions to their viewers. And so we were the first company to establish an advertising or display network for the E-Cig marketplace.
Wow.
So that's how we got into E-Cig Media and E-Cig Advanced.
All right, so how does this apply to someone in today's world? Because, everything is social media, everything is online, and some of the people who are listening right now might have websites that are generating significant traffic, including our website. So between Vape News, between Vape News radio site and the VapeMentors site, we are looking to expand our offering simply because when we have thousands of eyeballs a month coming into us, one, we want to offer them things that we don't currently offer. So what kind of process would someone go through to, one, justify even go to this point, and how do they figure out what to offer and who to offer it through?
Sure. Well, you have people that get into the e-cig or vaping marketplace for different reasons. Some people want to make money, and that's why they get into the industry. Some people are passionate about the industry, and they notice they're getting a lot of traffic, and they wonder, can I make money off of this? So the first question that you need to ask yourself is, where your position is currently. Are you someone that's passionate, that's got a bunch of traffic, or are you someone that's just starting out and you wonder, how could I make money in this industry? And then the next step, once you kind of understand where you're at, is to figure out how you'll monetize your business. And if you're primarily an online business, you can sell products, you can sell services, you can sell advertising space, and then, of course, there's affiliate marketing. How most people make the most money as a publisher, someone that doesn't sell physical products, they just want to sell advertising space or be involved with affiliate programs, is through affiliate marketing. And affiliate marketing is getting paid a commission for sending retailers customers. So rather than paying someone so much for ad space, you tell them, I'll pay you $10 for every customer you send me. And so affiliates, they try to drive more targeted traffic to people that they know will convert. So that's how most people that are publishers, including myself with E-Cig Advanced, that's how we monetize our business. Now, if you're a retailer, you're going to make most of your money off selling physical products or digital products, and like the case of your business, you sell other things. So don't want to deal with customers and customer service, and they just want something that they can maybe do after work for a little bit. And for them, the publisher model is better. If you don't like customer service, then you don't want to get into doing retail, right? So if you find that you don't like working with customers, or that this is a part-time gig and you really just want to do some blog posts here and there, or maybe do some social media type stuff, then I'd focus on the publisher model with affiliate marketing and display advertising space as your way to monetize your business.
All right, so this is a little bit of a quandary of which comes first, the chicken or the egg. Because what kind of traffic do you think that you should have in order to even consider putting together some type of an affiliate program? I mean, do you need thousands or tens of thousands of unique views a month to really make it make sense?
Are you talking about from a publisher's perspective or an advertiser?
Well, actually both. For an advertiser,
okay,
obviously you don't want to put your money into something where it's not getting any exposure. But more importantly, a lot of the people who are listening right now are entrepreneurs, or as we call them,
right,
vapepreneurs. They want to get into the vaping industry, but they don't necessarily have the time or the resources or the money to open a brick and mortar store, nor do they want to, they might not have the desire to develop an own line of e-liquids, but some of them might be interested in doing an online store. Maybe some of them have an online store, But,
Right.
For an average person who wants to tap into this mysterious world of affiliate marketing and creating ad campaigns, is there any suggestions or any guidance that maybe you can offer as far as how someone would actually kick something like this off?
Yeah, sure. Well, for me, with E-Cig Advanced, I've made a lot more money than people that have 10 times the traffic as me. So it's not the state that your traffic is in when they come to your website. So for me, I focused on customers that had a higher commercial intent, or their reason for coming to my website was product research and social proof, right? So I know that they're further in the sales process. So what you want to do, whether you're a publisher and you're just writing content trying to monetize your site, or you're a retailer and you're trying to sell products, when it comes to the traffic sources that you're looking for, you have to think about how a customer does their research and how they go from someone that's interested in your products to becoming a customer. When you think about a person that they go to work and someone's vaping and they say, "Oh, what's that?" And the person says, "This is an E-Cig," or they might say, "This is a mod," or whatever. And then the person goes home and they start doing research, or what is an E-Cig? That person's level of commercial intent isn't very high at that point, because they're at the beginning stages of their research. So for a site owner, if you focused on phrases, if you're doing search engine optimization, if you tried to show up in the search engines for content for what is a mod, how do mods work, how do E-Cigs work, that traffic has potential to convert into a customer, but like I said, they're at the beginning of the cycle, the sales cycle, to become a customer. As the person becomes more educated and they're moving through the process, they'll start to figure out, oh, I want this particular product, so I'm looking for this particular mod, and then they'll search for reviews on that. Is a really good point to come in that life cycle, because those people are looking for social proof. They're looking for someone that knows what they're talking about. So you have potential not only to answer their questions, but also to appear as an authority in the industry, because you're educating them, right? As they find out the products they want, now they're searching for, I want this specific product, so they might search for where to buy this product. Now that person, their intent to purchase is very high. Then another thing that, and I did this for a while, it doesn't work so good anymore, but when a person has committed to buy and they're deciding, I want to purchase this particular product, they find a place to purchase, they might look for reviews on the actual retailer that they're going to purchase from. So maybe it's Alt Smoke, or maybe it's Mad Vapes. So they're looking for Mad Vape reviews, or Mad Vapes, whatever product review. And then when they get right to the end of the checkout process, they might look for Mad Vape's coupon. And that's one of the highest keywords to rank for, with the highest commercial intent. So that's something that a lot of affiliates specifically will target, coupon and discount deal type phrases, because those people won't search for that unless they're very likely to purchase, right?
Yes.
So that's some of your most competitive key phrases if you're doing, content marketing and search engine optimization. So that's that's something that you want to think about when you're trying to get traffic, is what kind of traffic do I have? Because there's some people that have tens of thousands of visitors coming to their site, but they're all people in the beginning of the sales cycle, and that traffic isn't worth as much as people that are further along.
All right, so Matt, I'm gonna jump in here if I may. So let me ask you a question. This is obviously a multi-tiered process. It's literally like peeling the layers off of an onion. So if someone is there any suggestions that you have as far as maybe getting some education along these lines, and maybe we can offer some training through the radio show or through the VapeMentors program. So I don't necessarily want you to answer that question right now, but is there any particular, besides going to E-Cig Media and E-Cig Advanced for following up on what's going on, are there any particular resources that you think are good for people to learn how to understand all this?
Sure. Well, there's a lot of places, and you have to be careful, because there's a lot of people selling, this is the old West and it's the gold rush. There's a lot of people selling shovels and maps to mines that don't exist,
Yes.
So the people that are really making the money are the people selling education. But one guy that I really trust and like is Neil Patel, and he has a website called Quick Sprout. He provides a lot of great content. He has a cheap membership for education about internet marketing. And the thing I like about Neil is he has a lot of statistics and data to back up all of his training. So you might not get the secret, gold nuggets that he has, but you'll get 90% of what you need to know for a fairly cheap price. Most internet marketers have a secret technique that they make most of their money through, and they usually guard those techniques. So for most people, you have to find an angle on your own, because unless you have close friends that are marketers, they're not going to share those things with you.
So let me kind of put a ribbon on this thing, if I may.
It won't work.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and wrap this up, if I may. So
Sure.
Obviously, if people want more information or they want to follow up with you, what are the best ways to contact you, Matt?
My email is matt@ecigmedia.com, and you can shoot me an email anytime. You can also call our number. Usually Kyle is our person to contact through the phone, so you get Kyle. But you can always shoot me an email if you have any questions. And Norm, did you want me to touch on more about tracking metrics and that sort of thing from the advertiser's perspective?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and finish it up with that.
Okay.
So give us a real quick overview of tracking the metrics from the advertiser's overview.
Yeah, sure. And how much time do I have?
It'll take a few minutes. Absolutely. Let's go for it.
Okay. Well, from an advertiser's perspective, from a retailer's perspective, you have to look at things a little bit differently. What you want to do is, first of all, you want to run lean. You want to keep your site as cheap as possible. Don't start out, like if you go to a marketing company, a lot of times they want you to spend $20,000 on design and your e-commerce platform. For someone that's just starting out, if you're spending more than a few $100s initially and then $100 or $200 a month, then you're probably spending too much. So you want to run as lean as possible, do some research, talk to me if you have questions about e-commerce and what you should start with. And I know Norm has a lot of experience at this. Once you get your initial website set up and you're doing retail, first thing you need to focus on is understanding your key metrics, things like the lifetime value or order frequency and things like that. And there's a lot of businesses, most online businesses, don't understand these metrics. And once you understand how much a customer's worth, then you can understand how much you can pay for a customer, right? So a lot of people are looking at the average order size, and it might be, in the e-cig industry, it's probably $50 to $100 is what I typically see. So they think, well, out of that, maybe they have a $50 sale, they might have $15 to $20, $25 profit. So they think that their advertising budget has to, in order to have a positive ROI, they can only spend $15 to $20, $25 to get a customer. Well, that's not true, because the lifetime value of that customer is going to be worth $200 to $400 on average in the e-cig industry. And so that's something that when you understand those key metrics, you understand how much you can pay for a customer. You need to track those channels and see how much you're spending per customer. And that's something that you can do through Google Analytics. It's not going to be very accurate. You can do through our software if you wanted us to help you. But there's a lot of companies that can help you to track your ROI in advertising campaigns. And then once you understand your key metrics, you're tracking your channels, then what you want to do is you want to segment your customers. You can segment them by a new customer, they're an active customer, they're an at-risk customer, and a lost customer. And then you can follow up with those people by email with what's called retargeting, which is a different type of advertising you want to learn about. And there's a really good company that I like that's real affordable, and they're called Retention Hero. And they help a lot of folks with segmenting your customer list and following up with them with email based on those segments. So, but anyways, Norm, I hope that helps. But the main thing that most companies miss is they're not tracking their key metrics initially, and they're running blind. They're trying different advertising methods, and they never understand if they're working, and then they don't understand how much they can spend for a customer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you know what? There's an old cliche that reads, those who do not study history are doomed to repeat it.
Damn, you said it again.
Whole premise of not really studying the past has been the downfall of a lot of businesses. So, Matt, you've given us a lot of information in a short period of time, and for those of you who are out there as techies, you'll probably understand a lot of it. And for those of you who maybe are not techies, you certainly can contact us or with Matt, contact Matt over at E-Cig Media for more information. So, Matt, on behalf of Vape Radio, thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, do not go away. We're going to be back in just one moment.
All right, so we're back in the studio, and I made a list of the takeaways from that interview with Matt. And I stopped counting at 12, and there was actually more than that. So do me a favor, and especially do yourself a favor. Go back and re-listen to this recording. This guy is just a wealth of knowledge, and he just kind of throws it off as though it's second nature to him, because it is second nature to him. But you know what? There's a lot of really, really good value out of that. So I absolutely want you to go back and re-listen to that, because, again, there is some great value out of him, and also there's great value out of one of our sponsors, which is Craft Vapery. About a month ago, we interviewed Randy Freer with Poets, one of the masters of vape and craftsman behind the Artist Collection by Enjoy. And this assemblage of 5 handmade flavors were designed by expert that were handpicked to appeal to the connoisseurs of vaping. Is that you? Vaping tastes are getting refined, and you're recognizing the good stuff from the bad. Are you ready to try the top of the line? If you appreciate good food, drink, or lifestyle, we invite you to step up to the Artist Collection. They are exclusively carried by Craft Vapery, and we're proud to share them with you on Vape Radio. Craft finds the best e-liquid available, and each month offers you the premium flavors of the month designed to your taste. Vape Radio created a special package with them, so when you order the Artist Collection through us, you're going to get a bonus tester bottle. You're also going to get 10% off online orders and 20% off new subscriptions. That's Craft Vapery, VaPery.com. Well, Vapreneurs, you have been listening to Vape Radio, the #1 worldwide voice and the worldwide source for updated information streamed straight to your phone and tablets. Be part of our growing community of VapeMentors, and head on over to VapeMentors.com to learn more, catch up on our past shows, and to learn how to grow or start your vape space business. We're going to be back with show number 54. Do not go away.